Are you truly living the life you know you're capable of? Deep down, do you wake up every day feeling like you're unleashing your full potential? Or do you feel like you're holding something back? You already know the answer. The truth is, most people know they're capable of so much more but still choose to stay stuck in the same routine with the same excuses, the same fears, and they wonder why nothing changes. They say things like, "One day I'll go after my dreams," or "I'll do it when I'm ready." But let me tell you something that will change the way you think. There is no perfect moment. There is no magic day when the universe aligns and everything falls into place for you to become the person you're meant to be. If you're waiting for that day, you'll be waiting forever. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the version of yourself that you need to become. Let me break something down for you. Success, growth, and fulfillment aren't something you stumble upon. They are created, and they are created by the person you decide to become. I'm talking about the process of transformation, the process of stripping away everything that is holding you back and building up the traits, habits, and mindset of someone who achieves what you've only dreamed about. In this moment, you might feel like you're at a crossroads. You might feel a little stuck in your current reality, whether that's a job you hate, relationships that don't fulfill you, or dreams that seem too far away. But here's the thing, staying stuck is a choice. The power to change lies in your hands, but it requires you to become someone who doesn't just dream of a better life, but actively pursues it with relentless determination. The journey toward becoming the person you need to be isn't easy, and it sure as hell isn't for the faint of heart. You'll have to confront your deepest fears, challenge every limit you thought you had, and sacrifice comfort and security in exchange for growth and greatness. But here's the beauty of it. The harder the journey, the sweeter the reward. So today, we're going to talk about how to become the version of yourself that will change your life. We're going to dive into who you are now, who you need to be, what's been holding you back, and the massive action you need to take to get there. And by the end of this speech, you will walk away with a fire burning in your chest because you'll know exactly what needs to be done. Let's start with some self-reflection. I need you to get brutally honest with yourself. Take a hard look at your life, your habits, your mindset, and ask, who am I right now? Not the filtered version of yourself that you show to the world, but the raw, unedited version. The version of you that avoids challenges, procrastinates, makes excuses, and sometimes feels like you're not enough. That's the person you are today, and if we're being honest, that person is not going to get you to the next level. If that version of you was enough, you would already be living the life you want. I know this sounds harsh, but here's the thing. Acknowledgement is the first step to transformation. You have to accept that the current version of yourself isn't enough, not because you're not worthy, but because growth requires change. Growth requires a different you. The person you are right now is a product of your past decisions, your past thoughts, and your past habits. But guess what? Your future can be radically different, and it will be, if you make the decision to become who you need to be. Now that we've broken down who you are, let's talk about who you need to become. Picture it. Imagine the highest version of yourself, the version that is laser-focused, disciplined, driven by a clear purpose, and fearless in the face of adversity. That version of you doesn't waste time scrolling through social media for hours. That version of you doesn't make excuses when things get hard. That version of you shows up every day, whether you feel like it or not, and does what needs to be done. That's who you need to become. But let me be clear, you won't become that person by accident. It won't just happen because you wish for it or because you talk about it. You have to actively, intentionally, and consistently work to create that version of yourself. Every day you make a choice. Either you stay the same or you make the hard decisions that lead to change. What's holding you back? If becoming the best version of yourself were easy, everyone would do it. But most people don't, and here's why. They're trapped by three main forces: fear, comfort, and lack of direction. Let's talk about fear first, because this is the biggest thing that holds people back from greatness. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping out into the unknown. And let me tell you something, fear is a liar. Fear whispers in your ear that you're not good enough, that you'll fail if you try, that people will judge you, and it's easier to just stay where you are. But fear is a false prophet. It tells you lies to keep you comfortable, to keep you safe. But guess what? Greatness isn't safe. Achieving your dreams is not a safe path. There's risk involved, and there's no guarantee you won't fail. But here's the truth, you will fail. Everyone does. But failure is part of the process, not the end of it. Most people let fear dictate their decisions. They stay stuck because they'd rather be comfortable and mediocre than uncomfortable and great. They avoid taking risks because they're afraid of what might happen if they fail. But here's the thing. You're already failing if you're not going after what you want. You're already losing by default if you let fear win. Next, let's talk about comfort. Comfort is seductive. It feels good. It feels easy, but it's also a trap. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. The moment you get too comfortable, you stop growing. You stop pushing yourself. You stop evolving. You stay stuck in the same patterns, the same habits, the same mediocrity. Comfort kills ambition. It tricks you into thinking that staying where you are is okay because it feels familiar. But here's what you need to understand. Nothing worth having is born from comfort. If you're serious about becoming the person you need to be, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Growth only happens outside your comfort zone. It happens when you're willing to do things that scare you, that challenge you, that push you to your limits. So if you're clinging to comfort, it's time to let it go. Finally, there's the issue of lack of direction. Maybe you want to change. Maybe you're ready to step up. But you're stuck because you don't know how. You don't know where to start, what steps to take, or how to navigate the journey. That's okay, you're not alone in that. The key here is to find clarity. You don't have to have every detail mapped out, but you do need a plan. You need to set clear goals that are aligned with the person you want to become and reverse engineer the steps to get there. Clarity is power. When you know where you're going, you can navigate through the obstacles with purpose. So take some time to figure out what you truly want, and then set your course. Knowing what's holding you back isn't enough. Knowledge without action is useless. You can have the best intentions, the clearest vision, and all the motivation in the world. But if you don't take massive action, none of it matters. There's a saying, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action, and that's the truth. You can have all the dreams, all the plans, all the ambition in the world, but if you don't get up and do something about it, you'll stay stuck. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. So what does massive action look like? It looks like showing up every single day. It looks like putting in the work when you're tired, when you're scared, when you feel like giving up. It looks like doing things that make you uncomfortable, that push you beyond your limits. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Every single day is an opportunity to take a step closer to becoming the person you need to be. Every decision you make, every action you take, every choice to push yourself beyond your comfort zone brings you closer to your goal. Here's the thing. Most people take half measures. They do just enough to get by. They dabble. They try things for a week or two and then give up when it gets hard. But massive action means going all in. It means doing whatever it takes for as long as it takes. It means not stopping until you get there. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to fail. You're going to want to quit. But in those moments, you have to remember why you started. You have to remember the vision of the person you're becoming. Because once you start seeing yourself as that person, failure is no longer an option. You don't give up because the person you're becoming doesn't quit. They keep going no matter what. Here's the bottom line. You are capable of so much more than you realize. But you'll never experience that greatness if you don't step up and become the person you need to become. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is you. So ask yourself, who do I need to become? What is holding me back? What steps can I take today to start moving toward my highest potential? Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Don't wait for life to hand you success. Go out and take it. You have the power to become whoever you want to be. But it starts with a decision to stop making excuses, stop letting fear control you, and start taking massive action toward the life you want. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. So stop waiting, stop doubting, and become the person you were meant to be. The time is now. Become what you need to become.